Hi, Triple Bypass Riders 2026. I'm Natalie. Hopefully that's obvious if you have not met me before. But this email that I just sent you is so critical that I wanted to add a little video to it to drive home a few of the points. And if you prefer to listen, you can listen, although it is not as extensive as what's in my email. But basically, if you do everything that I ask of you between now and July 11th, but you fail to eat and drink, it will basically implode your day getting to Avon. So I can't emphasize this enough that eating and drinking is probably the key to your success, not only on July 11th, but during your training. I think that sometimes sports nutrition can be a little bit overwhelming because there's so much information out there. And so this email, I hope, just kind of keeps it simple and more layman's terms. You can't really overeat. And most likely you need to be eating a lot more than you are for most people. The problem that you might run into is your stomach just can't handle the sugar of all the carbohydrates. And that's what the eating too much can kind of come to. And so it's just critical, and you'll hear me say this over and over, to practice, practice, practice. Start practicing your eating now. So then you're training your gut and you're also learning what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Something that might work for you on a 3-hour ride might not work for you on an 8-hour ride. And I hear it quite often that you don't really need to eat on the bike, that you're okay without it. And I honestly don't buy it in any scenario. It's kind of like trying to say you could drive to Avon without gas. Now, I guess you could have an electric car in this day and age, but you still need fuel in your battery. So not eating because you can't eat on the bike is not an option. So please change that mindset right now. So my dog is, of course, barking as I'm making this video. Also, the aid stations at the Triple Bypass are historically really, really good. So you can plan to stop at them and use them, but don't plan on that being your only fuel, your source of fuel, because you should be eating more often than when it's at the aid stations. You can certainly use them as kind of bonus fuel or grab a few calories for your pocket on your way out of there, but bring some of your own calories with you. Think about this when you're training. Your eating on your training is not only fueling the ride that you are currently on, it's fueling your fitness growth and your recovery for your next ride. If you don't eat, then your body has to spend time essentially repairing all the damage that you've done versus the building blocks of getting stronger. So you essentially have a governor on your body when you underfuel your body. So if it's not obvious by now, please eat. There's some simple calculations in this email. You can look at it at calories per hour, or even grams of carbs per hour, whatever works for you. Go for it. And again, you can't, there's no kind of necessarily wrong way to do this as far as trying things out. So if something sounds good to you, give it a go on these practice rides. One thing to note about riding at altitude, because I get this question a lot, how can I best prepare for it? And you can't really prepare for it unless you're here for 3 weeks or more. But you can help your body along the way as much as possible. And one of those ways is eating and drinking enough food. There's a common theme here. The problem with your body at altitude, often it will suppress your appetite. And then it also speeds up your metabolism. So you've got like two things going on here that, again, make it even more critical that you eat. So it's got to become something that you're really disciplined in both your training and then on event day. If you have personal nutrition needs, I highly encourage reaching out to a nutritionist. But otherwise, just start eating on the bike and drinking as much as you can handle and see how it goes.